One of the lessons I'm learning is that your life is like a glass. Now, I'm here in the kitchen and I checked out the water, but it's not working. Otherwise, I'd demonstrate it. But if you're full of something and somebody comes along and bumps you, what's going to spill out? Whatever you're full of, that's what will spill out. So, hey, we need to fill our lives. In fact, here in 100 Huntley Street, we talk about evangelism. I read the best definition I've ever seen. It's only 3 words, a definition for evangelism. Evangelism is overflow. And that's what we want to do. And Lauren Matthews and Glenn Rutledge and Reynold Rutledge, they're overflowing. In fact, sometimes along comes a violin and a set of drums and so on. In this case, there were 3 of them having a jam session in the clubhouse in the Seniors Park in Central Florida. And it's all in the 7-episode, hilarious, informative series called Become a Super Senior, Really Good Medicine, taken from the proverb that says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, or the modern rendition, laughter is the best medicine, because the older you get, the more you need to know how to laugh, and you need to develop your sense of humor more and more and more, and laugh at yourself, not at somebody else's shortcomings, but laugh at your own shortcomings. And it'll make life a lot more fun, a lot easier, a lot more peaceful when you live that way. Now, in this series, number 6 in the 7 series I'm talking about right now, we're talking about discrimination of old people. One of the very famous statements is, old age isn't so bad when you consider the alternative, okay? But the song of 1947, the pop song of the year, was Peg of My Heart, and Lauren Matthews plays that. And in the background, a newsreel. Jackie Robinson hit the major leagues that year. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls and the first ever televised World Series. That's all part of that newsreel that we have on every one of the episodes. And we have an amazing woman piano player whose husband was the tenor in the American Air Force band called the Singing Sergeants. You might remember them. Experts on elder abuse, and no laws to protect against that to speak of. And then we have Patricia Lovett-Reed, who is an excellent teacher from Toronto, who is an executive, a senior executive of a major company. What she's written, she does the TV series on the business network, Money Matters. Perhaps you know of that. And then the importance of spirituality. Now, before we get to the importance of spirituality, I'm going to tell you that we actually have Jonathan Winters, you remember him, on this particular episode number 6 of the 7th. Well, now let's get to the spiritual well-being part with Dr. Melvin Maxwell, who leads the charge in 50 mobile home parks in Central Florida, which have weekly chapels. People from all denominations and no denominations attend these weekly chapels. We have a great time together. So here we are with Dr. Melvin Maxwell, his son, Dr. John Maxwell, who is a world-renowned leadership expert.
Through the years, I've watched and people and their attitudes and what it has done for them. We can have a good attitude or a bad attitude, but the longer I live, the more I realize the importance of a good attitude. Prayer. If we really keep connected with God and put it before Him and say, Lord, I want to manifest a good attitude to all those that I come in contact with, He will help us. And that's the starter point of prayer. Not only that, it's to start and put it in practice every day. Just say, I'm up. This is the day the Lord hath made, and I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it.
I believe how you get through tough times like we have known in this decade is to have what I call an attitude of gratitude. In other words, carry within you an attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving regardless of what happens to you and regardless of what happens in you.
And when I call her, I'd say, how are you, Yvonne? And she'd say, just wonderful. God is helping me, and every word that she says to me is just like a spiritual shot in the arm, because she lives that way.
Excellent. Well, I don't call Really Good Medicine a religious program. It is a spiritual program because all of life is spiritual. Humor, I think, is very spiritual. But we do have a little devotional at the end of each one of these episodes, and I think it'll bless your grandma and grandpa, your great-grandma, your great-grandpa, so even you young people, uncles and aunts, go ahead, make the call, write a letter, go on the web and get your copy of Really Good Medicine, 7 episodes out of the longer series. And so I want to close with this, Isaiah 46 and verse 4. It says, even to your old age I am He, and even to gray hairs I will carry you. I have made and I will bear you. Even I will carry and will deliver you. That's a promise from God. I love the promises that God makes to people who trust in Him. So you trust in Him, and let us help you trust in Him and have a good time while you're doing it by getting Really Good Medicine.